Welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. How will be the future of NBFCs and FinTechs in India? The future of NBFCs is witnessing a good growth in consumer lending. The liquidity position has improved and is gradually coming back to normal. In the future also, NBFCs will play a crucial role in economic development and in financial inclusion. Amid the COVID-19 pandemic in the country, FinTechs have been at the forefront of India's financial inclusion efforts. The usage of digital and contactless payments surged as people opted for safer ways to transact financially. The fintech sector is now becoming India's fastest emerging sector, and this sector is expected to touch over $150 billion by 2023. The fact is, fintechs are closely working with NBFCs and many of them have obtained the NBFC license. The key role of fintechs in financial inclusion is by making changes in the traditional business model of banks and financial institutions. It can deliver financial products and services to the financially excluded population in a more accountable and efficient manner in the least possible time. In a nation where banking was considered a privilege, fintech changed the lives of the common man. Where once to create trust in banks you had to take so much effort, now the world's 40% digital transaction is happening here. Digital payments touched a record high in 2020 with all channels from the Unified Payments Interface to the Aadhaar-enabled payment system registering stellar growth. In 2022, 82% of financial companies state they are planning to increase their fintech partnerships, showing an overwhelming level of confidence in technology as the future of finance. According to a recent report by payment solution provider ACI Worldwide, India made 48.6 billion real-time payments through 2021, ahead of China at number 2. The rise was cited due to an increase in Unified Payments Interface and quick response code-based merchant payments, along with a boost in cashless payments. We have seen an exponential growth in digital lending, which is poised to tremendous adoption in digital payments. Given its impressive growth trajectory, the sector even holds enough potential to drive recovery for the entire country. The recent notice from the Enforcement Directorate, Hyderabad, raises questions on what will be the future of the fintech companies in India. The report says nearly 100 fintech firms with payment gateways are going to block their bank accounts. The ED is reportedly summoning certain fintech firms based on their connections with Chinese investors. The ED took the action after reports surfaced that Chinese nationals, along with indigenous fintech companies, were carrying out illicit transactions and issuing loans to Indian natives at a steep rate during the pandemic. The fact is, many Chinese firms were registering their businesses in other countries such as the US and Cayman Islands in order to hide their actual identity from the Indian government. By doing so, they were able to freely invest in the Indian companies. As per the new guidelines, if a foreign national from one of the neighbouring countries wants to join the board of Indian companies, then he or she will have to go through security clearance and also get a consent from the Ministry of Home Affairs. In 2020, the centre amended the FDI policy to control investments coming from neighbouring countries, particularly China. Following these, many Chinese investors have fully or partially exited Indian businesses. ByteDance exiting Verse Innovation, Alibaba and Ant Group exiting payment e-commerce, and Xiaomi, Shunwi Capital and Kunlun exiting Credit B are some of the recent exits. Let's wait and watch for the report of the Enforcement Directorate. Let's look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. N. Chandrasekaran terms New Digital India Act as necessary for today. Tata Sons chairman N. Chandrasekaran advocated the Prospective Digital India Act, saying that a lot has changed in the technology landscape since the announcement of the original IT Act decades ago. The centre plans to come out with a data governance policy framework, cybersecurity policies and guidelines, a new data protection law, and the overarching Digital India Act. The proposed Digital India Act will oversee laws dealing with cybercrime and e-commerce. Google announces new ML features to Chrome. In a recent blog post, Google highlighted some recently released ML features that are now making their way to more Chrome users. Google recently rolled out a new ML model that identifies 2.5 times more potentially malicious sites and phishing attacks than the previous model. The feature can also silence potentially malicious notifications from websites, and Chrome will soon be able to do all this entirely on device. Google is also planning to roll out another new ML model with the Chrome M102 release with the notification feature. Motorola to soon launch 200 megapixel lens smartphone. While major smartphone makers are still using 100 megapixel main cameras, Motorola is going to launch a new flagship with a 200 megapixel lens on board. The phone is already on the way and will hit the market in the near future. The company officially confirmed the news by issuing a document in which it stated that the phone will be the new benchmark for imaging experience beyond parameters and will be opening up the era of 200 megapixel mobile photography, likely to be launched in July. IIT-Kanpur develops tool for detecting crypto transaction frauds. The Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur, will provide an indigenously designed tool to help the Uttar Pradesh police in detecting and investigating cases of fraud through cryptocurrency transactions. The HOP tool developed by IIT can analyze cryptocurrency transactions. The tool is accredited to be cheaper than any such tool designed outside India. It will be ready to serve the UP police by September. SP Cybercrime Triveni Singh said that the specific program is an initiative of MHA and Uttar Pradesh Police and the first such event to spread cyber safety awareness and capacity building for police departments. KWH registers 78,000 pre-orders for dealership dispatch. Bengaluru-based electric scooters startup KWH Bikes has registered 78,000 pre-orders in the form of signed letters of intent for its upcoming e-scooter from 75 dealers across India. The company has received orders worth more than Rs 1,000 crore for its maiden e-scooter within 5 months of registration opening, which is expected to be launched in early 2023. Some of the silent features of its forthcoming e-scooter are a top speed of over 75 km per hour, 4 hours charging time, high convenience and reliability equipped with high performance, strength and technology. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.